Good evening. Hope everyone's having a good night. For the stream, I am planning to test out some of the new guns that I got, which I'm assuming is going to involve buying a couple of, there we go, buying a couple of magazines, because I don't think I've found any magazines for them. I have been working on cleaning them, because I figured I don't know if I am up for just vamping for the 10 minutes it would have taken to clean all of them. So I saved one to show you how the cleaning works. So I found this Saiga, which is a shotgun variant using buckshot. Tempting, because I've been using this is what I have been using, the stashed IZH. It's fine. This will presumably, I haven't checked, but I assume it's going to have at least 5 shots in the magazine, which is better than the 2, because 2 is barely enough to miss twice when you are caught off guard. Anyway, then I found the okay. Did I? Okay. It's SKS, which I think is going to be the one I'm going to go for, because it has the highest accuracy and the most damage, and so having this be the gun that I primarily am like long range trying to hit people with is what I think I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna give them a shot, because most of them, they use 3 different kinds of ammo, and so I can just test and also create a save and just test and then reload the save with whatever I don't like. But yeah, so it's half of what cleaning was in the first game so far. It'll tell you what to do when you place it in, but it is all just brush and oil at the start for this. In the first game, you would brush and oil till you get to the yellow, and then you would ramrod and tissue to clean the rest, but they haven't fully implemented it yet, so you just spray it with the gold oil and then just try to gently caress it with a toothbrush in the right spots to get the most oil off. And you can see the bar refilling as we wiggle this toothbrush in the most practical and efficient ways. I think there was a system in the first game that kind of marked damage on the gun, so you would have to swap sides to efficiently and fully clean off your gun, repair it. I don't think such a system has been implemented in this game yet, because you can just get it mostly with one side of oil. It all depends on how, uptight you want to be about getting out the last little flick of healing done, repairing done. So yeah, I have like 4 AK-74 magazines and not a single one for any of these guns. So we're gonna check out to see the cost, because I have an SKS, AKS, and Saiga, and so we're gonna go see whether they need magazines and what kind of magazines they need. I only have 7,000 credits, which is why I'm going to make a save to test these things. Because I'm pretty sure SKS is here. I mean, we can just take it off the wall and see if it goes in. Okay. I can't buy the big ones, though obviously it might not be in it. I guess it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a gun guy. But it's only 200, so that's okay. So create a save. I think all of these ended up being okay, but we'll just save on file 1 for now. Yeah, I'm guessing the modified SKS is the one that I really want, but can't beat free. I am going to figure out a new system for magazines too, so let's buy 3 of these. Guessing I don't have anything from there. AKS. So let's get... Can I use the AK-74 magazines for the AK? I guess I'll go try that before I buy. And then... Saiga magazine. Okay, so let's get 3 of these as well. I do want to get suppressors eventually, because what's one of the biggest reasons I don't like using shotguns in this game, is just because they're so loud. They're loud and they are not guns I am good at aiming with. So yeah, I prefer rifles. I prefer like formal snipers more than anything, but I also enjoy just like assault rifles. I never put them on full auto because I'm going to miss so many more shots, and missing the shots is the worst thing in this game. So yeah, okay, neat. I'm just, again, I don't know how guns work. But these are chambered in the 5.45 by 39, which I have a good amount of. And some of these already have bullets. It even had one in the gun. Okay. There, let's grab another one. These are long enough that I can't imagine needing more than 2 full magazines for a test run. Or 2 mostly full magazines, because they have 30 slots and I'm not going to fill it all the way. So let's put you here. Then the SKS takes the 7.62. Those are pretty short magazines, unfortunately. But hopefully they're strong magazines. Which is to say, I'm hoping that the SKS damage output is high enough to account for not having as many shots per mag. Then I've been hoarding buckshot for a long time. And so I'm hoping that I'll take the extra box with me, and I don't really want to have the tracer stuff. I'm hoping that the absurd amount of buckshot that I have will make the Saiga useful. 4, you say? Oh, fam. Just, anyway. So 5 shots with 1 in the chamber. I mean, we'll make do, I guess. Buckshot's big, I get it, but I mean, just visually, it looks like you could fit a lot more than 4 in there. We'll do just 1 slug, just why not? Okay. Okay. So, nope. Relevantly, the tide will be here in a little bit. So what I was gonna do is, because it's nighttime right now, I wasn't gonna go out at midnight. I have 2 missions to do in the peninsula, and so I was gonna see if I could do those quickly. There is no shelter here, so maybe I will actually go at night before the tide happens, because new enemies are going to have spawned. They always do, and I don't know if I'll have enough time, because time passes really fast. So, and in this game, the tide just kills you. In the first game, it would relocate you to a random spot in the map you're in, but in this game, it just kills you. Okay, so let's start. We'll bring both the Saiga and the AKS. Then the Saiga, that's what I was thinking. The Saiga fits in the pistol slot. So I'm going to be so bold as to leave the Beretta at home. Just to lighten up on the ammo. Because I don't want the experiment to be ruined by just being too slow to use them effectively. But I don't think I can fit these long guns things in my ammo pouches. So let's go. Let's pick this up off the floor first. And then let's go buy some chunkier magazine slots. That is the coolest upgrade so far. I mean, there are a lot of cool things that they've added, but one of the coolest upgrades so far is the flexibility of your vest upgrades, and also just the ease of use, because I can just really... It used to be a whole menu that you would have to go through. Sure, we can just put you there. For now, at least. I will probably take them off before I go. But the whole like modular nature of these rigs is so great. So large magazine pouch. Is there a certain weight limit? Yeah, that's a bummer. A weight limit for magazine. So if your guns are, if you have heavy enough ammo, then I will get the beige to match the theme. Okay, so let's just verify how heavy. 20. Okay, so that's not going to be an issue. 16 not going to be an issue. So I can buy the cheap stuff. Two modular. So we can move this a little farther back, I guess. Make room for another holster on that side. We'll buy here too. Of course, that pushes my PDA a little further back too, but that's okay. We'll just roll with it. Again, this is all testing for the time being. Just doing a last check to see if there's anything I'm forgetting, because my magazines are in here. We're gonna put the thinking, yeah, I don't know, putting these guns here, these guys. No, I'm dumb. Let's be clear, I'm the dumbest man alive. These ones are the SKS guns, I think, mags, and so we're gonna leave those here. Put that extra one here, and then these two will go here. Yeah, and then we will yeah, that only has one. We will bring extra buckshot with us. Yeah, again, let's go. Did I don't think I snagged another portable flashlight, so I do need to go grab that. I'll be able to get a headlamp soon, but I guess I could buy one now. Or I could buy a helmet and then attach a flashlight to it. Or does this just come bundled with it? It's very unclear. We also run into the issue that I still haven't figured out how to turn on appendages, attachments, whatever. And it's also unclear whether it will let me turn it on before I own it. So we'll just buy the helmet. Again, reloading the save if needed. We bought the flashlight as well. So we're gonna create another save down here. That'll be our try again save if we just get our butts handed to us. I can just travel. Okay, no, you can't. Eventually, I'll unlock that travel point, I guess. Again, I don't have much money. You need money in this game. You need a lot of money in this game. Honestly, I'm just gonna Google it real quick. Because it's dumb to have something I can't use. I have to toggle it on and off manually, which is very, very unfortunate. Okay. Could have emptied my dump pouch. Didn't empty my dump pouch, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be over at the far point. It usually is. Single fire mode. It's fine. It's fine.
Engaging.
That is quite embarrassing.
Say goodnight.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Okay, so I gotta be careful if I'm gonna use this gun because I will grab the magazine out of the gun. I'm just gonna have the light off for now. The reflections are a little too aggressive. And I don't know if this gray effect is just a result of the peninsula or if it is, there are so many people over there. Holy cow. I'm also clearly not hitting. I haven't found exactly where I'm supposed to be looking. And that is a full magazine. Okay, well. Here we go. Yeah, I'm really bad at shooting with the iron sights rather than actual sights. That's bad enough. I'm gonna go see if it comes with a rail, or if I need to buy one, and then I'll just use the sights that I have on the scope I have on the Beretta. I'm guessing it's this. That. Nope. Is it not? Do I have to get the bougie thing? No. So what are you? Only for firearms with dovetail mount. Guess not. Only for SKS rifle. I mean, that's a pretty good indicator that I should probably just use the SKS. So they're only for the dovetail. We have other rails. It's only to the G36. That's only for IZSH, presumably. That's what it says. It's a foregrip. I'm guessing this isn't it either. Yeah. So if I have to use just the iron sights for this, I'm cooked. Because I can't see. Just like... yeah, I don't know how to aim with these. This is an AKS. So... those are muzzle brakes. Yeah, so I guess this is not a gun I can use. I'm just gonna go swap it out with the AKM or the SKS. You away. Yep. Probably do that for the rest of my life. Grab this. Grab this. Put the bullet back in. Put it in. And then extra 2 magazines here. And we are gonna go buy that scope. Oh, it was this one. Okay. Use almost the rest of my money. Put it away. Again, make a save. head back to the peninsula. Okay, so there's also the chance that I haven't been to the peninsula at all this tide. It's because if I remember right, I did just go to the forest and clear that. And so it is very possible that this is just the normal number of enemies at the peninsula, and I'm just jumping into the lion's den, as it were. Because there's ash here, and that's usually a good sign that I haven't been through here this tide. So we're gonna crouch down over here, get out of the way of the fragment I'm looking at. Those are both fragments. Okay. So let's try. The controller is getting in the way of the headset. Okay. These fragments are coming at me. Too dark for me to see. Without one-shotting the fragments. That's a really good sign. That's a really good sign. Last time there were a couple more bozos here. Again, it's possible. Things are different. It's also possible this gun is just quieter than there's that rock. Quieter than the other one, and they just haven't heard. This rock was a pretty nice hiding spot for trying to take these guys out, so let's... Oh, 2 shots to the head didn't take you out, huh? I think that's the whole magazine. I hate you. Spawns. Okay, we can see you.
Attacking the target.
1 shot for the mimic policeman, and that's pretty good.
Target in sight.
So you're down there. It is obviously the scope makes it harder to like pull out and quickly hit anything. That's what the shotgun would be for.
Say goodnight.
Yeah, those green flashes are kind of a pain. So I know there's someone. There you are.
Come on, show yourself.
I mean, the SKS is definitely a winner here. Certainly a winner here. Especially with this scope. It's not great, it's not ideal, but I think it's a good mid-tier scope. Definitely good enough for our purposes. Okay, so we need to go over here for the... So there's one of the artifacts beeping at me. That was only 2 hours, too. We might actually be able to get both of the missions done, too. Okay, it's probably up there that it wants me to go. So I'm gonna pull out my shotgun. Or I'm gonna pull out a magazine, because again, I'm so bad. Pull out my shotgun as I crest this hill because of you. That's not bad. That was just, you know, essentially hip firing. It's not bad. Yeah, okay. I think it's safe to say it's done at this spot. Keep hearing things, man, and the grayscale is not making it any more comfortable to hear them. We're gonna do a mid-tier save. I mean, okay, let's be fair to this grayscale. It's giving me pseudo night vision, which is helpful. So I had 5 or 4 shots left in this. Let's hope you don't see me. I don't want to engage with any of you over there. Because it would just be expensive to fight them. Wait, thread the needle? Ah, yeah. Reach all the way back. 12 hours. Rounded down 12 hours. Shoot. I'm ignoring any artifacts here. Because again, I don't know if I'm going to keep this save. I'm a freaking liar. Please don't hurt me. Cool. I don't know. At worst, I've spent like 600 credits on magazines I'm not going to use. I think that's kind of an acceptable acceptable expense. Probably gonna hurt. Hey, why did you drop your gun? So it's a shame. Oh, no. Wow, okay. I'm certainly gonna need a dump pouch. These, I hate you so much, spawns. You're not dead. You're not dead. Honestly, I thought that one was gonna kill me. I do have the one more. There it is. Man, I'm so bad. And I should have a slot for it on my back. Nope. Or not. Well, it's not really a good idea. The forest entrance is over here, so I could get to a shelter if nothing else. I could sleep off some of the wounds. So we have 4 shots left in this magazine. Save. Right over that one. Would be neat if we could find any kind of healing items. Oh, cowbell. Okay, okay. There are our baddies. We're gonna take you out. We want to get behind this rock. We're gonna have some cover. They're just gonna one-shot us if we don't have cover. So let's pray that that anomaly doesn't hurt me. You're a policeman, so we can... What? I put the safety on. That's embarrassing. I shot the other fragment heart, so we are going to try to shotgun that, and that's out. Yeah, so let's reload the Saiga before we try that again. Oh, my backpack. Why are you not going in? Go. So again, avoid the cowbell. Come over. You out. Oh, there's another guy up there. I have 1 shot left in this magazine. We're gonna swap that out. Oh no, you are here. You are here. You prick. Oh, come on.
You peasants!
Using all of those shots is absolutely embarrassing. But usually there aren't any more people in here. Usually at this point it's just get in and loot and get out. And again, looking for blue crates. We don't care about white boxes of ammo at this point. Actually, you know what? Let's hide in here for a sec. More ash. Let's figure out, why won't you take the buckshot? Will you take normal? Am I just not loading it in right? Want the spoon, please? It's gonna be so funny if something comes up behind me and kills me. It feels like it's trying to make me reload how you actually reload these things, by like pushing the bullet down. Yeah. Okay. Great, another save. Pull out my shotgun. Okay, so I don't hate the Saiga. I definitely still prefer the Beretta. But I don't think the Saiga is untenable. Yeah, I thought I had cleared out the peninsula area. Mostly because of knowing that. Frickin' heck. Just let me grab my backpack. And this is a GSH. Probably not going to use it ever, but, you know, guns sell for money. Because I remember that distortion field being there. Okay, so the anomaly is elsewhere. I'm sorry, the scanner that I'm trying to find here is elsewhere. Buddy, should you have your coffee elsewhere? Blue? That's disappointing, but maybe it'll take me off of heartbeats. A little bit of ash. Nope, doesn't even take me off of heartbeats. Excuse me. So let's go investigate down here. They usually make a particular... There it is. Okay, I mean, this could have been a worse turnout. I died a couple times, but part of that was just to the fumbling new guns. Overall, SKS, big win, and the Saiga is acceptable. I don't love it. I prefer the Beretta, but if I, for whatever reason, felt like I needed a shotgun, higher firepower than the Beretta would offer, then I would probably take Saiga with me. I'm gonna turn off the light because it's getting bright enough to see. Crap. If I get hit by another of those blue anomalies, I'm probably going to die. If I get hit by any bullets, I'm gonna die. So we're gonna start crouching at this point. Because there are a bunch of people there we didn't kill. And we pray that these guys don't go off. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay. Not dead. Still on a sliver of HP. We got a roving anomaly there. We got cowbell. If we get through here and down here, we should be in the clear. So we made it mostly through here unscathed. Okay, we went up that way, but, you know, the point stands. Just gonna let that fella go around and by. Bullets probably not gonna matter. Go grab... Oh, there was some ash here. Just an ash tray, you know what I mean? Nope. Some of them are bigger than others, and they have a wider range of activation. I haven't yet marked the visual indicators of which ones are bigger. I assume it just has to do with base, like, radius of the the anomaly itself, but... Yeah, I'm trying to go quite fast without running into any of the cowbell things. My roommate is cooking baked potatoes for dinner, and they smell very good. Looking forward to the end of the stream. I do plan to play this off stream because just grinding missions in this game is not the most entertaining thing to watch. So, having tested the new guns, I do plan to, in my spare time, if I have the emotional chutzpah and if it is not too hot in my apartment. It was blessedly like 20 degrees cooler today. There was my understanding is that there was a cold front in the west that, I've gone way too far, that made its way over here and helped cool things off for us a bit. Yeah, I've never seen anything in this alleyway, so I think we're clear. I'm starving. Anyway, cooler today. If it stays cool, I'll probably play some more on my own. Fiddle more with loadouts. I'm talking as if I'm wrapping up. I'm not going to wrap up just yet. I am curious what the tide is like to go through. So since we're so close, I was going to come back and then just futz around. Until the tide goes off and kills me. So that mission made up for the magazines I bought that I'm not going to use. Well, actually, I didn't buy any magazines for that gun, right? So technically, I don't think I spent any money on anything I wasn't going to use anyway. So I think it might be... I think I might just keep this save. It'll be easier that way, less thought for sure. So I think we'll go for it. So now all my missions are in the forest. but they're pretty spread out in the forest. That's not true. They're all on the north side. So if I were to do, I mean, let's be honest. If I were to do all of these missions, I would probably just go do. I would go at least check out the Patroska outskirts, and then see if I can get. It doesn't show yet where the egress point back to the facility is. I would hope that it's somewhere close by. Probably on one of the roads. Because it could be all the way up there, because they could just hate us. So anyway, okay. Let's sell a couple things, because I'm going to need more money to buy more ammo. Let's go stop this freaking heart pounding first. But I think I am going to just save and have this be a successful run, so. It's pretty cheap to heal at base, so I don't feel too bad. Doing it, I think it was a little more expensive, and you could just sleep to regain health in the first game. I think it's fair that they took out just sleeping to heal, because that's a little silly. Okay, so I could just sell my Makarov. I have enough, even just same caliber guns, that I don't know that I need to keep a Makarov around. How many teacups? We still have an abundance of teacups, so I can just sell the teacups. Spoons. I have 3 spoons, so I guess we can sell the spoon. I do want to keep at least one Fort 17 magazine, because I got 2 Fort 17s. These 2 up here. And this one is distinctly better. It's a special Fort 17. You are, yeah, the GCSH. Okay. So I got you, that is also a stashed GCSH. I already have one, I'm just going to sell it. Artifact. Can. Buckshot. Artifact. Flashlight. Can. Another spoon. Ammo. And crackers. 1 bullet. I think you're a 9x18, so we'll put you in here. Another artifact. We'll just eat these crackers. We can dispose of the box. More ammo. I think that's cleared up pouch. It'd be cool if I could fit these closer to. I kind of want to put this a little farther back. I already struggle with reaching all the way around, so maybe I don't, but... Let's put this a little higher up on my chest to see if it makes it easier to grab. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't like reaching all the way back and struggling to get into my, what are you? When did I pick you up? Are you one of the guns I brought home? That's embarrassing. I mean, presumably, if it's part of the AK family, it uses the same magazines. So again, wouldn't have needed to purchase anything to go with it. collisions in VR are very hard to do well without using all of a computer's possible hardware to the fullest. And so I don't expect this toothbrush cleaning to get much better for a while. I assume they're prioritizing new features first. I wonder if the oil will just rub off over time, or if I do have to go through and try to brush it off. I'd rather not have weird bronze streaks on my gun. That's full auto. Because this gun has sights. This gun has iron sights that can be used theoretically. The orange is surprisingly hard to see. We're not going to sell this one. I think I am going to sell this. Because I just don't think... I don't know. I have a hard time selling anything, but it just doesn't seem to be a good gun. I bet it fits in here though. Yeah. So like as a sidearm, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how much it sells for. We don't have to commit before we see if it's a worthwhile sale. Because if it's like 300 or less, then it's definitely not worth selling. You might as well just keep it. Yeah. I don't think that's worth selling if there's ever potentially an edge case that I could use something like this. So we'll just put it on here and forget about it and never use it. Again, 300 is not that much value for selling something that I might use, whereas I can sell some of these handguns that I'm never going to use because I have a Beretta. That I am quite fond of. I don't think I have... No, I do have a GCSH. I don't have a Glock, so I'm going to sell a couple of these Glock magazines. This is a Val. Eventually I want a Val. Val's pretty good. Long range gun. I don't have any tin cans, so we're going to keep the tin cans. Put this up here. These are all empty. And these are all what the AKS uses. So we'll keep 2 boxes to potentially bring with on potential reload trips, but otherwise we're going to sell the other 2. Artifacts, generally I just keep artifacts. They also don't sell very well, and it's the turning them in for missions gives them a little, it gives more money than you get for just selling them. We got spoons, counted those out. I'm gonna keep these boxes. I'm gonna need to buy a big box of ammo at some point to go with it. Another Glock. Again, the buckshot, I think it's nice to have, and especially if I'm gonna have the Saiga as a backup gun. We'll just keep those boxes. We can take these off now. Because I assume they add weight to the backpack. Nice. Okay. Okay. How much? Those are empty. Okay. No. We have empty boxes. That's what I just looked at. Yeah, spoons are sell quite well. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's an okay profit. So we need to buy more ammo for the SKS. Just making sure that it is the ammo that I think it is. We're gonna buy one big box for sure. That's all we can afford right now. So we'll get one big box. So it looks like the AKM is... I don't know what that was. Looks like the AKM is a security level 3 weapon. Slightly higher damage. Lower accuracy? Lower accuracy. Higher rate of fire, obviously. And equal reliability. Higher reliability. Tempting. So the AKM is actually a contender. Oh, and we want to buy healing meds. Come on. I think I have a couple in my base in various places, but I did use a lot on our big trip. So I think buying a couple more is a good plan. No, this is an AK-74. It's not an AKM. A fast rate of fire, though. Low recoil. High reliability. And okay accuracy. So I think I'm going to just stick with the SKS for the time being. But good to have that in the back pocket. Okay. So let's reload and reorient. We'll put you on the rack here. I mean, it'd be cool if you could fit magazines up there, but we'll just drop them here. The magazines on the SKS are small, so I don't think I need to bring the big box with me. I think I'm just gonna fill these small ones and bring the small boxes with me. And again, obviously they used most of the big box already, but oh, well, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna put these here on this side. And then we do need to take these off. I'm gonna keep at least one extra with me. But then we're gonna put the Beretta magazine pouches back. Ooh, how much do I care about having them be perfectly straight? How much do I care? That's close enough, I think. This big box is out. So I thought I had a fourth magazine. holder. Yes, I do. I just got put on there. Yeah, because I want to. You always want to have one to dump your magazine into. And so speaking of, we're gonna have the dump magazine spot be here, and then I can grab this if I'm in a tight spot, but not an insurmountable spot. So we'll put again full magazine or full boxes of ammo over here. It's possible tracer ammo is actually going to be useful. I'm going to bring a box of tracer, and I can fill up with it if needed. Excuse me. I don't see, aside from these two, I don't see other medical injectors, healing injectors, so I might be SOL with those. Yeah, always sell your boxes. Don't just throw them away. I don't know if the oil cans sell for anything when they're empty. I'll have to try that. I did throw those away. I thought I picked up a padlock. I might have picked up the no. We have a padlock. Tin can, spoon. Okay, and then artifact search. This one's always harder because there's always like one of the artifacts that just never shows up. So this is one of them. This is the top one. Also the top one. This is one of them. And then that looks like a double. Do we have a double? We do have a double. Okay, because that's 3,000 security credits. Let's just go real quick and make sure. 3,000 security credits. How much does this... This is one of the special ones. Or one of the more rare ones, because it's always the pyramids. 1,000. Okay, so maybe it's not technically more valuable to turn in the artifacts, but also security credits are I'm sorry, the security points, whatever you need to do the next priority mission, those come the most slowly in my experience. And so I think it is best to stockpile them still. Okay, we're gonna go turn these two in because that'll give us more money to buy more healing things, because I'd like to have a couple more. Security points. I might be able to turn that one in too, but anyway. These almost always are better to turn in. Because the teacups we're selling for 50. The spoons we're selling for 200. Padlocks I think sell for even more, but I think 1,200 is better. And I do have oh, and there's a limit to how many times you can turn those in. I think that's good. Right. I do have the mission rewards turned up a notch. Just because, again, money does not come very quickly or easily in this game. So yeah, let's go get killed by the tide just to see for academic reasons. It's 6 hours. We can run over in the peninsula and just try to shoot people during the day with the SKS and see how that goes. In Into the Radius 1, the infamous Kulkaz Zarya has a lot of people at the there's the shortcut entrance that you find you can get access to after you go all the way across the map once. When you come back from Vano, whatever it's called, from that entrance, there are a lot of people that you can just sit and shoot pretty comfortably. So my blind fire skills are pretty low. It's hard to scope real quick though. There you are. There's probably stuff over there, but again, we're not saving this. We're here just to commit grand murder. Anyway, one of my favorite things to do just casually when I got sick of the formal shooting range would be to let the tide reset and then walk out to that section of Kulkaz, and again, it's right next to the greenhouse, and so there are all sorts of people just walking around that you can just shoot. You can just snipe them off, and it's fun. It's yeah, cheaper than shooting guns in real life, that's for sure. Plus, as passingly skilled as I am with guns in VR, I have no clue how well that translates to guns in real life. So, I'd be down to go to a shooting range at some point, but I don't know. The investment of money, I already invest enough money in video games. I don't think I could afford another expensive hobby. There you are. Fog makes it hard to see. I think that's also part of the tide.
You peasants here!
Yeah, pretty big fan of the SKS so far.
Say goodnight.
Did you just call me a sycophant? That is a very interesting voice line to have from these guys, because it implies on some level that they're aware of the organizational structure of the Radius and the USPNC. Because I would say that the work that I do for the work that Explorer 71, you know, does for the UNPSC could fittingly be called sycophantic. No questions asked, no resistance offered, no interrogation of cause, or I'm just trying to make the man upstairs happy. Upstairs being the people, you know, spying on you in the base. Red health injector, not great. Honestly, we got 2 hours left. Get the Beretta. Let's try and fail several times to grab my Beretta. Again, the head spinning in this game, the body matching. Can I? No. I'm rushing at this point because I think I can get back out before the tide happens and don't have to call this for nothing. Siggies, don't really care. I can rush back, make a save, get killed by the tide, and then not get killed by the tide. Those are my footsteps. Tempting, but let's not. I did cardio workout for the first time in a long time today, and so I am a little bit not happy about sitting and being like physically engaged playing a game in VR. A little more than I necessarily want to do, but I also am just happy to take advantage of the nice weather that we have for today. Because again, I don't know how much. It all depends on how well our ACs continue to work and how well things set up at our new place. So we'll just run, well, okay, we'll save here. So we already killed the people over here. Maybe there are a couple not dead. We'll at least do a quick sweep. Okay, so that's the tidometer telling me that it's about time to get the frick out of here. They're bears. They're bears with glowing eyes. AKA friends. That for sure. The amount of supply credits you get, I believe, is proportional to the size of the ash clump you pick up. Mother trucker. Hour and 54 minutes. Why is it just sitting there? Okay, now we get to twiddle our thumbs for a few minutes. But I mean, a quick in and out. We used a little bit of weapon durability. Hour and 30 minutes, okay. We could sit and wax poetic, or we could try to get more loot, so Holy cow. Okay, so... No, how did you... I wish I could see how many supply credits I got from picking up different clumps. Obviously I want to pick up any of them that I find, but how excited should I be, you know? Everything else would require a little bit too much of a trip to go try to loot. I think that is the last spot we realistically can get to. Okay, so it's a little faster. It's ticking down faster than 1 second, right? It looks like it's about 45 seconds per second for time passing in this game, outside of the facility. Yeah, this is definitely the tide. So let's go get a better view of the radius proper and watch the world end. That's such a cool effect, though. That's a little anticlimactic, but I'm gonna assume that they'll have a better effect at some point for that. Okay, I think this is where I gotta call it because my butt is really sore at the moment. But again, good quick run. Figured out that the SKS is a good gun. And we can try the AKM at some point. Do I want to sort ammo? I'll sort my pouch out. I'll be happier when I pick this game up again if I sort my pouch out first. We'll keep 5 items, 5 of each, before we start just selling them, because I can't imagine that more than 5 of a kind is going to matter. These ammo pouches, ammo boxes can go. The red ones are so low in healing that it's almost not worth it to carry them with you. That's not completely true, but they're more of a, oh, I found this, I'm gonna use this to stay alive real quick. Yeah, okay, cool. And then, because I'm gonna forget if I don't do it now, we're gonna reload our magazines. I think I shot my Beretta. Yeah. Okay, this is a PP91. Don't even know what that is. Is a stash GCSH. Again, I think I have a GCSH. Doesn't have a magazine. Let's go verify. Yeah. Already got ones. We'll sell this one, and we'll sell the empty Sprat can. Then we'll call it a day. $20 for an empty Sprat can. That's, I mean, it is empty, right? Yeah. That's not a bad return. 5 grand isn't much, but it is more than nothing, and so that'll be an okay place to start. I know that before they updated things, right here, there was a portal to get back on this side. And so I could try to do these missions and just go back. It would be basically clearing the whole map, which is stupid and probably not worth the time. It's probably better just to go to the outskirts. So I guess we'll see what we want to do next time. That also looks kind of like the sanatorium that doesn't have an entry point except through the portal. Because there's the water and building, bigger building and 2 small buildings. So I don't know, because that anomaly field is up here that has the teleporter to here. So that might be, again, much more of an effort than I expected to. 21 grand or 2100. Yeah, that might be, it might just be ignore that for now and go do these, skirt the edges, do these and go up. But yeah, all for another time. So let's save. Again, thank you for watching, anyone who was here. And yeah, I'm thinking that next week, given that people haven't been watching these streams live, I'm thinking that next week I'm planning to stream Walkabout Mini Golf and see if we get different viewership, because people it seems like people want co-op Into the Radius 2 more than just a normal Into the Radius 2 stream. So if I can do a co-op stream and advertise it as such, then that's what I'll do. My friend that I did the short with is very busy, and I don't know how much I want to risk having him unfiltered on stream. We'll see. The dream is that my sister is able to buy a VR headset, but since the Valve Index complete kit hasn't gone on sale with the warranty, she hasn't wanted to buy that or buy the separate pieces. And so I'm hoping that the Deckard is cool enough that to justify convincing her to get it, because then when she gets, if she ever gets the game, then I will 100% co-op with her. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you to people who watch in the future. Always appreciate seeing the numbers go up. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye.